The spiral Enigma. The signal came from deep space, a faint but unmistakable pattern amidst the cosmic background noise. James Thompson of the Starship Odyssey stared at the readout on his console, his brow furrowed in concentration. It was unlike anything he had ever seen before. A perfect spiral following the Fibonacci sequence with uncanny precision.
What do you make of it, Thompson?
Asked his second-in-command, Commander Sarah Adams, leaning over his shoulder to get a better look.
I'm not sure,
Thompson replied, shaking his head.
but whatever it is, it's not natural. Something out there is trying to communicate with us.
The Odyssey had been on a routine survey mission at the edge of the solar system when they picked up the signal. Now, as they followed its trail deeper into uncharted space, a sense of unease settled over the crew. Their instruments were behaving erratically, the ship's navigation systems glitching and failing with alarming regularity.
Captain, we've lost our bearings,
reported the navigator, Lieutenant Michael Chen.
I can't get a fix on our position. It's like we're flying blind.
Thompson gripped the armrests of his chair, his knuckles turning white. They were lost, adrift in the vast emptiness of space with no way to find their way back home. But still, the signal called to them, drawing them onwards like a siren's song. Days turned into weeks as they pressed on, the crew growing increasingly restless and on edge. Tempers flared, and whispered rumors began to circulate of a curse, of a malevolent force that had lured them to their doom. And then, just when all hope seemed lost, they saw it. A massive structure loomed before them, a towering spiral that seemed to stretch on into infinity. It was impossibly perfect, each curve and arc following the Fibonacci sequence with mind-bending precision.
My God!
Breathed Sarah, her eyes wide with wonder.
What is it?
As they drew closer, the structure began to shimmer and fade, its edges blurring and dissolving until it vanished entirely from view. But then, just as suddenly it reappeared, this time even larger and more imposing than before.
It's a ship.
Thompson realized with a start.
A cosmic shipwreck, abandoned and adrift in the void. But the design, it's too perfect to be natural.
They maneuvered the Odyssey alongside the derelict vessel, matching its slow, lazy spin. Up close they could see that its hull was pitted and scarred. The once gleaming metal now dull and tarnished with age. Its exterior solidifying into a tangible form. The crew of the Odyssey watched in awe as a hatch opened, inviting them to enter.
We have to go inside.
Thompson said, his voice barely above a whisper.
We have to know what happened here.
Donning their spacesuits, Thompson and Sarah led a small team towards the mysterious vessel, using the Odyssey's docking clamps to secure themselves to its hull. As they stepped through the airlock and into the ship's interior, they gasped in shock. The inside of the ship was utterly unlike anything they had ever seen before. The interior of the ship was completely transparent, with no walls or barriers to be seen. It was as if they were standing in the open expanse of space, the stars and galaxies stretching out in every direction.
This is impossible,
breathed Michael said, his voice trembling with fear and awe.
Where are the bulkheads, the life support systems, the engines, the controls?
But there was nothing, no sign of any technology or machinery at all. Just an endless expanse of empty space, broken only by a single solitary object floating in the center of the room. It was a sphere, its surface a flawless mirrored glass that reflected the starlight like a prism. Thompson approached it cautiously, his hand outstretched. But as he drew near, an invisible force pushed him back, preventing him from making contact.
Be careful,
he warned, holding out a hand to stop the others from getting too close.
we don't know what this thing is capable of.
But it was too late. As Sarah took another step forward, the sphere began to glow, its surface shimmering and pulsing with an eerie, otherworldly light. The sphere began to change colors, cycling through a spectrum of hues before vanishing entirely, winking out of existence like a snuffed candle flame. Thompson and his crew exchanged bewildered glances, unsure of what to do next.
Where did it go?
Michael asked, his voice trembling with fear.
What is happening here?
But Thompson barely heard him. His attention was fixed on the spot where the sphere had been, his eyes widening in disbelief as ghostly figures began to take shape before them. The crew recoiled in terror, convinced they were under attack by alien entities. They were like nothing he had ever seen before, translucent and ethereal, their forms shifting and changing like smoke in the wind. Some were humanoid with elongated limbs and bulbous heads that pulsed with an inner light. Others were utterly alien, their bodies a twisted mass of tentacles and eyes that seemed to stare into his very soul.
What are they?
Sarah whispered, her voice trembling with fear.
Are they aliens?
As it drew closer, they saw that it was not extraterrestrial beings, but rather souls. Reincarnated spirits moving between parallel universes. Thompson and his crew backed away, their hearts pounding in their chests as they tried to make sense of what was happening. But before they could react, one of the ghostly figures stepped forward, its movements fluid and graceful despite its otherworldly appearance.
Do not be afraid,
It said, its voice echoing in their minds like a whisper on the wind.
Fear not, we mean you no harm. We are here to help you, to guide you on your journey.
Thompson stared at the creature in disbelief, his mind struggling to process what he was seeing and hearing.
What are you?
He asked, his voice trembling slightly.
What is this place?
The creature smiled, a strange alien expression that sent shivers down John's spine.
We are the Navigators, the guardians of the portals between worlds. This ship is a map, a guide to the wonders that lie beyond your understanding.
Thompson shook his head, trying to make sense of the creature's words.
I don't understand. How can a ship be a map? And what do you mean by portals between worlds?
The Navigator gestured towards the sphere, which had reappeared in the center of the ship.
The sphere is the key. It contains the knowledge and wisdom of 1,000 civilizations, the secrets of the universe itself. With it, you can unlock the mysteries of space and time, and find your way to a new home among the stars.
The spirit revealed that the glass sphere was a navigational map, encrypted with a message about portals and wormholes that could lead them to habitable planets beyond the solar system. Civilizations far more advanced than their own awaited them, if only they could decipher the code. Thompson's mind raced with the implications of the Navigator's words. A portals between worlds? It was the stuff of science fiction, of wild speculation and fevered dreams. And yet here they were, standing in the midst of a ship that defied all known laws of physics, talking to a ghost from another time. If what it said was true, then this ship could be their salvation, a way to escape the confines of their own solar system and explore the wonders of the universe beyond. But as he stared at the sphere, he couldn't shake the feeling that there was something more to it than met the eye. Something dangerous, something that could threaten the very fabric of reality itself.
What's the catch?
He asked, his voice barely above a whisper.
There's always a catch.
The navigator's smile widened, its eyes glinting with a strange, otherworldly light.
The catch, Captain Thompson, is that you must be willing to let go of everything you know, everything you believe in. You must be willing to embrace the unknown, to step into the void and trust in the power of the sphere to guide you.
As the crew worked tirelessly to unravel the mystery, they couldn't shake the feeling that time was running out. The black hole they had encountered earlier had distorted space in its vicinity, accelerating the passage of years by decades. According to Einstein's theory of relativity, time ran slower on planets with greater gravitational pull than Earth. Thompson hesitated, his mind torn between the promise of salvation and the fear of the unknown. But as he looked around at his crew, at the hopelessness and desperation etched on their faces, he knew that he had no choice.
All right,
He said, his voice steady with resolve.
we'll do it. We'll follow the sphere wherever it leads us.
And with that, the navigator disappeared, leaving Thompson and his crew alone in the vastness of space, with only the glowing sphere to light their way. With renewed determination, Thompson and his crew raced against the clock. Their mission clear: find a new home for humanity among the stars. The spirits guided them, revealing secrets of the universe that had long been hidden from mortal eyes. As they stepped through the shimmering portal, the crew of the Odyssey knew that everything was connected. The living and the dead, the past and the future, the physical and the spiritual. And as they emerged on the other side, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, they couldn't help but feel a sense of awe at the magnificent tapestry of existence. They stepped forward, ready to embrace their destiny. Thompson couldn't help but feel a sense of awe and wonder at the journey that lay ahead. They were explorers, pioneers on the frontiers of human knowledge and understanding. And whatever challenges lay ahead, whatever dangers and obstacles they might face, he knew that they would face them together, united by the power of love and the unbreakable bonds of friendship and loyalty. The spiral enigma was just the beginning. The true adventure was about to unfold, in a universe far more vast and wondrous than they had ever imagined. And though the journey ahead would be fraught with peril, they knew that the souls who had guided them would be with them every step of the way, lighting the path towards a brighter future for all of humanity. For in the end, that was all that mattered. Not the destination, but the journey itself, and the people who walked beside you every step of the way. To be continued.